Rigathi Gachagua amekuwa akitafuta namna ambavyo attack President Ruto because he has complained about petrol. He complained about being sidelined in the government. He complained about Mount Kenya being ignored. But now he has gone deeper, revealing stories from inside their private leadership space wakati alikuwa kwa serikali. And this latest expose is not about politics. To me, I want to say that this is personal. Welcome to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is DMTV Kenya. If you are new here, kindly subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that next time I do videos like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And for the returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to support the content of this channel. This far, it's because of you and I don't take it for granted. Gachagua's latest attack on President Ruto, it shows a man who is no longer speaking as a former deputy president, but as someone who feels deeply betrayed by President Ruto. Kwa miezi kadhaa amekuwa akijaribu kucontain the anger, lakini sasa imefikia mahali ameachilia. I want to tell you that this latest expose, Gachagua has crossed the line from political criticism to deeply personal storytelling. And that shift alone tells you how bad things have become. He's no longer exposing the policies, he's exposing Ruto's character, he's exposing President Ruto's behavior, and is exposing President Ruto's decisions behind closed doors. And that's where the danger begins. When a former insider who sat right next to the president begins opening the lead, I want to tell you that the State House naturally goes into panic mode. Not because of politics, but because of what else he might say. Gachagua knows about the system. Gachagua knows who Ruto trusts. Gachagua knows who misled the president. He knows who controls money. He knows the internal fights. And most importantly, he knows what President Ruto fears most. That's why his words hit differently. His latest expose paints a picture of a president who is unpredictable, who is easily angered and surrounded by the wrong people, and also willing to reward loyalty even when it harms the country. Gachagua is telling the public that President Ruto is not leading with principle. He is leading with personal emotion and political survival. For Mount Kenya voters, I want to say that this is powerful. Gachagua is presenting himself as the victim of betrayal. Someone who fought for Ruto, defended Ruto, protected Ruto, and for Ruto to turn against him. That narrative is catching fire because Mount Kenya hates someone who wants to betray the community. And they understand that royalty as a political culture. So when Gachagua tells these personal stories, the mountain listens. And because the mountain listens, State House gets nervous. Another dangerous aspect is how Gachagua is trying to weave his personal pain into national pain. He's telling Kenyans that if the president can betray his own deputy president, what about you, the hustler? What about you, the common citizen? And that message is beginning to land across the country, especially in areas where the economy is hurting. Gachawa's emotional tone is making his message more believable to the people who already feel abandoned. On top of that, Rigathi Gachawa's what is trying to expose are now drawing the attention of other leaders, especially the opposition figures who see an opportunity. When Gachagua speaks, people like Kalonzo Musyoka, Matiang'i, and Wamarwa, they stand close and take notes. They know his inside knowledge could shape the 2027. They know his personal pain can translate into political power. And this is why Ruto's team has gone silent. They don't know how to respond. If they attack Gachagua, he reveals more. And if they ignore him, he grows stronger. If they engage Rigathi Gachagua, he becomes someone who is trying to expose more. Gachagua has now positioned himself as the face of the rebellion. Not because he planned this, but because President Ruto pushed him out of the government. And at this point, the fight is no longer political. It is personal, it's emotional, and deeply rooted in betrayal. And that's where I want to say that when fights become dangerous, some people has to suffer and they have to regret. Gachawa's latest expose has crossed a line that cannot be reversed. He's no longer criticizing the government performance. He is calling out personal behavior. And he's no longer complaining. He's attacking. He's no longer President Ruto's former deputy president. He's Ruto's biggest political threat. Na ndio maana anasema apende asipende lazima atamchukua nyumbani. So whoever told the president that kick Rigathi Gachagua out of the government, they messed. It's too late. They can't take him back. Now Gachagua is in the opposition, destroying the same government he campaigned for and the same government that gave him the ticket to be called the former deputy president. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this up to the end. Kindly, if you've not subscribed, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that next time I bring a video like this, YouTube will notify you. Thank you and goodbye.